Hello. I never know how to open these videos, but I wanted to tell you a little story. Um, it's about an incident that took place in September of 2021. It was middle of the day. Actually, was it morning? Not if it's okay. It was morning. My assistant nodded. So it was morning time, and I was taking my girlfriend, who is now my wife. Oh, I was taking her to an internship she had to do for the day, and this was like 8 in the morning or so. We were driving I-24, I what the? I-25 north. Um, this was in Colorado. We were going up to the Fort Lupton exit. Fort something. I-76. So we were driving I-25 north. We were going to get off on the I-76 exit, and there's this bridge like expansion joint, and we didn't. What the fuck am I even trying? Okay, no edits because I don't care. So we're going to I-25 north, and we're getting off on the I-76 exit because that's where we're going for the internship. And there's this expansion joint in the bridge, and it kind of dips. It kind of rises up and then it dips down. And we're going. I'm gonna say, I I always tell my girlfriend that we were going 80 miles an hour, or the story always goes 80 miles an hour. We're probably going like 60, 65. And so we go over this. The front end comes up high enough, and when we're coming back down, we slam directly to the ground, like full speed. And as soon as we do, like I'm on the brakes, but the brake line is slashed. It like got cut, and we're sliding like at 60, 65 miles an hour all across all lanes. We're just like we're going all the way over one lane, then we come all the way back to the right. And so we finally start kind of slowing down. Now, I have no brakes. I'm just pushing as hard as I can, but brake line was cut. So but finally we get over to the shoulder, and there's these giant like grates where there's like water drainage, and we're just running into these full speed, just boom, boom, boom. We keep hitting them, and finally we come to a stop. And my balls at this point are sucked up into my body, and was just sitting there, just like trying to figure out what the hell just happened. We get out. The tire is folded up under the car uh, via the picture. But I'm thinking what might have happened is we had a ball joint come off, maybe due to like a castle nut that didn't have a cotter pin in it. And like when it came up, it like just gave it enough lift in order to pop out, and then when we come back down, it just basically slammed all the way to the ground. And luckily we're okay. Now, the weird. All right, so I'm gonna piece all these clips together. They're kind of all over the place, but so when we finally come to a stop after hitting these like big grates. Now, this whole time I didn't realize it until we got out, but the tire happened to be folded up underneath the car, so it's kind of acting as like a buffer, kind of like an Aladdin's carpet kind of deal. And so it was kind of like slowing down the bounce and the pain that we were feeling when we were hitting those grates. And I think we were hitting that with the actual axle. Just every time though, it would slow us down more, so that was kind of good. But so we come to like a screeching halt, and um, I think I told her to get out and kind of see, because I was on the traffic side, and then I got out, and sure enough, I think what happened was that castle nut came off, or a ball joint popped out, and then the rise and fall kind of folded the tire up underneath, and we kind of just glided and slid on that. Like we were kind of like at this kind of angle. The front was all the way down on the ground, and the back was way up in the air. I'm sure it looked pretty awesome for all the people that were like behind us. Luckily, there was no one on either side of us, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, so we get out, assess the damage. It's bad, obviously, and everything's fine. The car's still running, and turn it off. And um, so then my girlfriend, she was getting I was taking her to that internship, and she had called her the boss that she was working for at the time, and was going to call in so we could figure out what to do with the vehicle. But I told her just to go, and so she got in. Luckily, her boss was coming up I-25 as well, and she kind of, it was like maybe like 2 minutes after this happened, and then she got in her car and they left, and I'm just sitting there on the road, still kind of traumatized about the whole event. I eventually get a tow off the highway, and I get it taken to a repair shop that day. We leave it and go to this wedding, and then come back. That Forerunner is still running to this day. It's well over 320,000 miles. We drove it from Colorado all the way to Washington, and that's where it is now. Still running strong. Yeah, it has some problems, but it's old as hell. It's 1997.
Oh, good.
So yeah, that's the long of the short there. I wish I would have taken a video of this event, but it was just like, it was one of those things. I luckily took that one photo, so I'll show you that, and then give you your theories of what happened. I thought it might have been a castle nut that came off or something, but who knows.